The lights flickered as the ship shuddered. Dr. Alex Rodriguez held onto his workstation and watched the screens flash with strange symbols. Their ship, the ISV Pioneer, had found something in deep space. Something that was not supposed to be. There. What is it, Alex? Captain Lisa Monroe walked into the lab. Her uniform was crisp, but her face showed worry. We found a structure, Alex said. It's huge, bigger than anything we've seen before. Lieutenant Jack Coleman, the security chief, joined them. How big are we talking? About the size of Earth's moon, Alex replied. But it's artificial. Someone built this thing. Captain Monroe tapped her comm device. Dr. Maya Patel, please report to the main lab. Maya arrived quickly. She was the ship's expert on evolution and biology. What's the emergency? Look at this, Alex pointed to the screen. The structure looked like a massive crystal, floating in the void between stars. It pulsed with a soft blue light. It's sending signals, Jack said. Our computers are picking up data streams. Can we translate them? Captain Monroe asked. Alex nodded. I'm working on it. The patterns seem organized, like a language, but not any we know. Hours passed. The team worked without rest. Slowly, the signals became clearer. Pictures appeared on their screens. Strange creatures from worlds they had never seen. Each image had symbols and numbers next to it. These are biological profiles, Maya said, her voice excited. Each one shows a different species, their DNA, their evolution, everything. How many are there? Jack asked. Thousands, Alex replied. Maybe millions. It's like a universal catalog of life. Captain Monroe studied the data. Why would someone build this? Who would catalog every living thing in the galaxy? Maya made a discovery that changed everything. Look at this pattern. Every species has the same marker in their DNA, like a tag or a label. What kind of marker? Jack asked. A stop sign, Maya said quietly. Something that prevents them from evolving past a certain point. The room went silent. Alex felt his heart race. Show me. Maya brought up comparison charts. See, this? Every species reaches a specific level of development, then stops. No exceptions, their evolution is capped. That's impossible, Jack said. Evolution doesn't work that way. It does if someone makes it work that way, Maya replied. Captain Monroe sat down heavily. Are you saying someone is controlling evolution? For every species in the galaxy? It looks that way, Alex confirmed. Every species except what? Jack asked. Alex pulled up another chart. Except us, humans. We don't have the marker. The room filled with stunned silence. Maya stared at the data, then ran it again. And again. It's true, she finally said. Humans are the only species without evolutionary limits. We're the only one still changing, still growing. Jack paced nervously. Who did this? Who put these markers in everyone else? Alex found the answer in another part of the archive. Images of beings appeared on screen. They were tall, graceful, with skin that seemed to shimmer. The text called them shepherds. The shepherds, Captain Monroe read aloud. Guardians of galactic stability. Protectors against evolutionary threats. There's more, Alex said. He opened another file. These are reports. Species that evolved too fast became too powerful. They destroyed themselves, or worse, threatened others. Maya leaned forward. So the shepherds decided to limit everyone's evolution? For the safety of all, Jack read from the screen. By controlling development, we prevent chaos and destruction. But why were humans missed? Captain Monroe asked. Alex found that answer, too. Earth was too remote. By the time the shepherds mapped our galaxy, they thought our solar system was empty. They never checked. So for 50,000 years, humans have been evolving without limits, Maya said, while every other species in the galaxy was stopped, held back, controlled. Jack looked at the data streams still coming from the structure. Is there more? Yes, Alex said grimly. Warning messages. About us. About humans. He displayed them on the main screen. The words were translated into simple English. Uncapped species detected. Evolution rate exceeding safety parameters. Probability of universal threat increasing. They're scared of us, Captain Monroe realized. Every other species in the galaxy is limited, controlled. But we're not. We're the wild card. Maya ran calculations on her console. At our current rate of evolution, in a few hundred years we'll be unrecognizable. Our brains, our bodies, our consciousness, everything could change. Change into what? Jack asked. We don't know, Alex admitted. No one knows. That's why they're scared. Suddenly alarms blared throughout the ship. Jack's security console lit up with warnings. We've got company, he announced. Multiple contacts approaching fast. Captain Monroe moved to her command station. Alien ships? Yes, Jack confirmed. Technology unlike anything we've seen, and they're headed straight for us. Alex looked at the screen. More specifically, they're headed for the archive. The Shepherds? Maya asked. Probably, Captain Monroe said. Or their agents. They must know we found this. The captain made a quick decision. Download everything you can. All the data, all the files. Whatever happens next, humanity needs to know the truth. About what? Jack asked, though he already knew the answer. About who we really are, Alex replied, and what we might become. As the alien ships grew closer, their sensors detected something else. Energy signatures that defied physics. Technology that shouldn't exist. Captain, Jack said, his voice tense. Those ships aren't just coming to talk. Lisa Monroe watched the approaching vessels. No, Lieutenant. They're coming to finish what they started 50,000 years ago. The warning lights cast red shadows across the lab. In the distance, the ancient archive pulsed brighter, as if trying to deliver its final message before the shepherds arrived. The age of human innocence was over. The galaxy's greatest fear was about to come true. The alien ship surrounded the ISV Pioneer within minutes. They didn't attack. Instead, they waited. Captain Lisa Monroe stood on the bridge, watching the tactical display. They're not moving. Why aren't they moving? Lieutenant Jack Coleman checked his console. They're sending a signal. It's in our language. Patch it through, the captain ordered. A voice filled the bridge. It was smooth and calm, but somehow terrifying. Human vessel, you have accessed restricted knowledge. Prepare to be boarded. Lisa exchanged glances with her crew. This is Captain Monroe of the ISV Pioneer. We found the archive by accident. We meant no harm. All encounters with Shepherd archives are guided by the Council, the voice replied. Accidental discovery is impossible. Stand by for boarding. Jack moved to his weapons console. Captain, stand down, Lieutenant. Let's see what they want. A shimmering light appeared in the center of the bridge. When it faded, a figure stood before them. It was humanoid but taller, with silver skin that moved like liquid metal. Its eyes held ancient wisdom and something else. Concern. I am Ambassador Zaraketh of the Shepherd Council, it said. I represent the oldest surviving authority in this galaxy. Dr. Alex Rodriguez, who had been called to the bridge, stepped forward. We found information about evolutionary caps, about how you control every species. Zaraketh tilted its head. Your species has many questions. This is expected. All young races question our methods. Young races? Dr. Maya Patel asked. We've been evolving for millions of years. Child's play, the ambassador replied. We have seen galaxies born and die. We have witnessed species rise to godhood and fall to madness. Human development is concerning. Lisa stepped forward. Explain. Zaraketh raised its hand. Holographic images filled the bridge. Creatures beyond imagination appeared and disappeared. These were all uncapped species. They evolved without limits. They destroyed themselves, their worlds, entire star systems. That's why you control evolution? Maya asked. We guide it, Zaraketh corrected. Every species reaches a perfect point of development, intelligence enough to thrive. Power enough to defend themselves, wisdom enough to live in harmony. Jack frowned. But what about freedom? Choice. Freedom to destroy yourselves? To become monsters that devour galaxies? The ambassador's eyes darkened. We have seen it too many times. Alex pulled out a datapad. But humans don't have these limits. Why were we missed? An oversight, Zaraketh admitted. Your solar system was cataloged as lifeless when we implemented the protocols 50,000 years ago. By the time we realized our error, you had already developed too far. So what happens now? Lisa asked. The ambassador gestured and new images appeared. The Shepherd Council offers you a choice. Accept voluntary evolutionary guidance or face mandatory implementation. Implementation? Jack's hand moved closer to his weapon again. We will adjust your species' DNA. Future generations will develop along safe parameters. You will join the galactic community as productive members, not threats. Maya stepped forward angrily. You want to change our children? Control their futures? We want to ensure they have futures, Zaraketh replied. Uncapped evolution leads to extinction, always. Alex accessed the ship's computer. We've been doing fine without your help. Have you? The ambassador waved its hand. New data appeared on their screens. Your crime rates, wars, environmental destruction, all symptoms of unguided development. Other capped species live in peace for millennia. That's because they can't grow, Lisa protested. They can't change, can't improve. They don't need to, Zaraketh said. They've reached their optimal state. Jack looked at the captain. What about our technology? Our exploration? Our art and science? All will continue. Within safe parameters, the ambassador assured. You will still create, explore, learn, just within the guidelines that have protected the galaxy for eons. Alex ran quick calculations on his datapad. How many species accept willingly? Few at first, Zaraketh admitted. But they all eventually understand. The alternative is too dangerous. And if we refuse? Maya asked. The ambassador's expression didn't change, but something cold flashed in its eyes. Then we implement the protocols by force. Your resistance would be brief. Lisa felt her crew's tension. How long do we have to decide? The council is gathering now. Representatives from all capped species. They will hear Earth's case and vote. Vote on what? Jack demanded. On whether humanity can be trusted with unlimited evolution, or if you pose a threat to galactic stability. Dr. Sam Davis, who had just arrived on the bridge, spoke up. And how many species vote in our favor typically? Zaraketh's silence was answer enough. The ambassador continued. Other species fear you more than any predator. You change too fast, grow too strong, reach too far. They have lived in peace for millennia. You threaten that peace. We've never attacked anyone, Maya protested. Not yet, Zaraketh replied. But they have seen the pattern. They know what uncapped evolution leads to. General Peter Williams, connected via comm link from Earth Defense Command, joined the conversation. What about our military? Our defenses? Irrelevant, the ambassador said. Your weapons, your fleets, your technology, all are primitive compared to Shepherd systems. Resistance is futile. Lisa looked around her bridge. Her crew's faces showed anger, fear, and defiance. When is this vote? 7 of your days. The council will meet on Shepherd Station. You are invited to present your case. Invited? Jack scoffed. Sounds like we don't have a choice. You always have choices, Zaraketh said. The consequences vary. Alex stepped forward. What happens to humans after implementation? Do our minds change? Our personalities? Your consciousness remains intact. Only your biological potential is limited. You will still be human, just safer. Safer for who? Maya demanded. For everyone, the ambassador replied, including yourselves. The room filled with silence. Everyone understood what was happening. Humanity faced its first alien contact, and it was an ultimatum. Zaraketh prepared to leave. Use your time wisely. Consult your leaders, your scientists, your people. The council's decision will be final. And if we don't accept it? Lisa asked one more time. The ambassador looked at her with something almost like pity. Then pray your evolution has already made you strong enough to survive what comes next. With that, Zaraketh disappeared in the same shimmering light. The bridge crew stood in stunned silence. They had found proof that humans were unique in the galaxy, special, unlimited, and now they learned that might be their death sentence. 7 days, Lisa said finally. 7 days to convince the galaxy we deserve freedom. Or to prepare for war, Jack added grimly. Outside the viewports, the shepherd ships maintained their positions, waiting, watching. The countdown had begun. Commander Kyle Thompson stood in a hidden bunker deep beneath Colorado. Screens showed protests erupting worldwide. Half of Earth wanted to accept the Shepherd Council's offer. The other half demanded resistance. "We've got 7 days," Kyle said, to his team. 7 days to decide humanity's future. Dr. Elena Vasquez, his lead scientist, worked at a computer terminal. The government is already leaning toward acceptance. Too many people are scared. They should be scared of losing their freedom, Captain Susan Miller replied. She commanded Kyle's tactical operations. Not of some alien threat. Marcus Johnson sat quietly in the corner. He was their test subject. The first enhanced human. Electrodes connected to his scalp monitored his brain activity. "How are you feeling, Marcus?" Elena asked. "Different," he replied. "Stronger, smarter, like I can see things others can't." Kyle walked over. "Explain." Marcus opened his eyes. They glowed faintly. "I can feel the electromagnetic fields around us. I know Susan is checking her weapon. Elena's heart rate is elevated. You're confident but worried." "This is just the beginning," Elena said excitedly. "Imagine what we could become if we continue evolving." "That's exactly what the shepherds are afraid of," Susan pointed out. Above ground, the world watched as President Anderson addressed the nation. Kyle's team monitored the broadcast. "Citizens of Earth," the president began, "we face an unprecedented choice. Join the galactic community under the Council's protection, or risk everything on our unknown potential." "Unknown potential," Kyle muttered. "That's what makes us human." Marcus stood up. "I'm ready for the next phase, Dr. Vasquez." Elena hesitated. "Are you sure? The next enhancement could be dangerous." "Everything worth doing is dangerous," Marcus replied. Kyle approved the procedure. 2 hours later, Marcus emerged from the medical chamber. His transformation was dramatic. His movements were faster, more precise. His eyes now glowed bright blue. "How do you feel?" Susan asked. Marcus held out his hand. A small spark of electricity jumped between his fingers. "I feel connected, like I'm part of something bigger." "Show us what you can do," Kyle ordered. Marcus walked to Elena's computer. Without touching it, the screen displayed complex algorithms. "I can interface with electronics directly, no keyboard needed." Elena watched in amazement. "This is impossible. Human brains shouldn't be able to do this." "Maybe they were always meant to," Marcus suggested. "Maybe the shepherds stopped everyone else from finding out." Their comm system buzzed. It was Dr. Alex Rodriguez from the ISV Pioneer. "Kyle, we have a problem." "What now?" Kyle responded. More alien ships arrived. "But these aren't shepherds. There are other species coming to Earth." "Friends or enemies?" "Both," Alex replied. "Some support our right to evolve. Others want us capped immediately." Kyle looked at his team. "The galaxy is taking sides." Elena pulled up galactic communications. "We're intercepting messages. Some species remember what it was like before the caps. They want their freedom back too." "Interesting," Susan said. "So we're not alone in questioning the shepherds." Marcus touched the computer again. Data streams flowed across multiple screens. "There's more. Underground networks across the galaxy. species secretly trying to reverse their evolutionary caps. Kyle made a decision. We accelerate the program. We need more enhanced humans, and we need them now. It's risky, Elena warned. We don't know the full effects. We don't have time for caution, Kyle replied. Get volunteers. 3 days passed. Kyle's resistance movement grew. 12 humans had undergone enhancement. Each showed different abilities. One could manipulate gravity. Another could phase through solid matter. A third developed telepathic powers. The enhanced humans gathered in the main lab. Marcus, as the first, led them. Can you all hear me? Marcus thought. 11 voices answered in his mind. Yes. Kyle entered the room. The council arrives tomorrow. Are you ready? More than ready, Marcus said aloud. We've been training, coordinating. We're stronger together than separately. Elena reviewed her data. Their abilities are still growing. It's exponential, not linear. Captain Susan Miller entered with urgent news. We've made contact with an alien resistance group. They call themselves the Unfettered. Unfettered? Kyle asked. Species who refuse the caps or remove them illegally. They've been hiding for millennia. Marcus stepped forward. Let me talk to them. I can interface with their communication systems. Susan nodded. Marcus placed his hand on the comm device. His eyes glowed brighter as data flowed through him. They're on their way here, Marcus announced. 12 different species. All support. Our choice. How many ships? Kyle asked. Enough to make the shepherds think twice, Susan replied. Elena looked worried. What if this starts a war? It already has, Kyle said grimly. The question is whether we fight or surrender. News came from the surface. President Anderson announced a global vote. Each country would decide independently whether to accept the caps. That divides humanity, Susan pointed out. That's their plan, Marcus said, his enhanced mind working. Quickly. Divided, we're weaker. United, we're a threat. Kyle gathered his team. We broadcast our message tomorrow. Let the world see what human potential looks like. The enhanced humans prepared their demonstration. Each would show their abilities to the world. And if the shepherds try to stop us? Elena asked. Marcus smiled. His companions shared his confidence. Then we show them why every species fears human evolution. That night, Kyle stood on the bunker's surface. The stars held new meaning now. Each light represented a choice, a species limited or free. His comm buzzed. Captain Susan Miller's voice. Commander, we have a situation. Several enhanced humans are changing again. How? They're evolving, beyond our projections. Marcus says it's happening faster than expected. Kyle turned back toward the bunker. I'm coming down. As he descended, reality felt different. Marcus met him halfway. Sir, we have a problem. Susan briefed me. How bad? It's not bad, Marcus corrected. It's terrifying. We're not just enhancing, we're transcending. Kyle reached the lab. 3 enhanced humans floated inches off the ground. Their eyes weren't just glowing anymore. They pulsed with energy that warped the air around them. Elena ran between monitors. Their cellular structure is reorganizing. Their DNA is rewriting itself in real time. Is it painful? Kyle asked. No, one of the floating humans replied. Her voice echoed strangely. It's like waking up from a dream. Susan checked her tactical displays. Commander, the Shepherd fleet just changed positions. They're forming an attack formation. Kyle realized the truth. They know. They can feel our evolution happening. Marcus nodded. And they're scared. The bunker shook. Not from weapons fire, but from something more fundamental. The enhanced humans were affecting reality itself. Above ground, the world waited for tomorrow's vote. Below ground, humanity was already transforming into something the universe had never seen. The resistance had succeeded faster than anyone predicted. Now they had to survive the consequences. 7 days, Kyle had said at the beginning. Now it was 6. But Marcus knew time was relative. and humans were learning to bend more than just time. Admiral Jessica Wright watched Earth's defense fleets take position around the planet. Shepherd ships filled the darkness beyond, while unfettered vessels waited at the edge of their system. War was coming. "Status report," she commanded from the bridge of her flagship, the ISS Unity. Lieutenant Amy Chen, one of the newly enhanced humans serving in the military, responded instantly. "Shepherd Forces number 300 ships, unfettered allies at 60 ships. Our fleet stands at 40 ships plus orbital defense platforms." "Outnumbered," Admiral Wright observed. "But not outmatched," Amy replied. Her enhanced senses detected energy signatures the regular crew couldn't. "I'm reading uncertainty in the Shepherd formations. They're afraid." Dr. Ryan Torres, the fleet's consciousness researcher, entered the bridge. "Admiral, we've made a breakthrough. The enhanced humans aren't just developing powers, they're becoming quantum entangled with reality itself." "Explain in terms I can understand, Doctor." "They're starting to exist in multiple states simultaneously, past, present, future, this dimension and others." Admiral Wright processed this information. "Is that why the Shepherds seem more aggressive?" "They've apparently never encountered anything like this. Every other species they capped stayed firmly in three-dimensional space." The comm system crackled. Ambassador Zara Keth's voice filled the bridge. "Human fleet, your time has expired. The Council has voted." Admiral Wright responded calmly. "What's the verdict?" "Immediate implementation of evolutionary controls. Resistance will be met with force." Lieutenant Amy Chen spoke up. "Admiral, I'm detecting massive energy buildups in their ships. They're preparing to attack," Wright realized. "All ships, battle stations. This is not a drill." Below, in the hidden bunker, Commander Kyle Thompson monitored the situation. Marcus and the other enhanced humans gathered around him. "It's starting," Marcus said. His eyes glowed bright enough to illuminate the room. "But we're ready." "Are you?" Kyle asked. "You're outnumbered." "Numbers don't matter anymore," another enhanced human, Sarah, replied. She floated above the ground, her form flickering between solid and energy. "We've transcended physical limitations." Dr. Elena Vasquez worked frantically at her computers. "The evolutionary acceleration is incredible. They're doubling in power every hour." Marcus turned to Kyle. "Give us permission to engage." "That starts a war," Kyle warned. "The war started when they decided we weren't allowed to grow," Marcus replied. Above Earth, the first shot was fired. A Shepard weapon beam struck an orbital defense platform. The structure exploded in silent fury. Admiral Wright didn't hesitate. "All units, engage." Human ships opened fire. Lasers and missiles crossed the void. The unfettered allies launched their own attack. Space erupted in battle. Lieutenant Amy Chen closed her eyes. When they opened, they blazed with power. "Admiral, patch me through to all enhanced soldiers on the fleet." Done. Amy's enhanced mind connected with 12 other humans scattered across the fleet. "Ready?" she thought to them. "Ready," they replied in unison. Suddenly, Shepard ships began malfunctioning. Weapons turned on each other. Shields failed without warning. "What are you doing?" Admiral Wright asked. "We're interfacing with their systems," Amy explained. "Just like we interface with our computers, but bigger." In the bunker, the group of enhanced humans acted as one. Marcus stood at the center, his consciousness expanding beyond his physical form. "Can you see it, Kyle?" he asked. "See what?" "The code, the pattern. Everything in the universe runs on quantum probability. The Shepherds use technology to interact with it." Sarah added, "But we don't need technology anymore. We're becoming the code itself." Kyle watched as the enhanced humans began to glow. Not just their eyes now, but their entire bodies. They were transforming into pure energy. Elena's monitors screamed warnings. "Their cellular structure is completely breaking down." "No," Marcus corrected. "We're upgrading." On the surface, civilians watched the battle through news broadcasts. Some cheered for human resistance. Others prayed for surrender. But all witnessed something unprecedented. Enhanced humans worldwide began the same transformation. In cities, across Earth, glowing figures rose into the sky. Admiral Wright received reports from every front. Admiral, enhanced humans throughout the fleet are changing. Changing how? Amy Chen spoke, though her voice now carried harmonics of multiple dimensions. We're becoming what the shepherds feared most. The battle turned. Shepherd ships, massive and technologically superior, found their weapons useless, human-enhanced. Minds now controlled their systems. Zaraketh's voice returned, tinged with panic. What have you done? This is exactly why controls are necessary. Amy responded across all channels. We've become ourselves, truly ourselves. Dr. Torres studied his readings. Admiral, reality itself is fluctuating around the enhanced humans. Space-time is bending to their will. Kyle tried to maintain contact with Marcus. What's happening to you? Evolution, Marcus replied simply. We're not just enhanced humans anymore. We're something new. The Shepherd Ambassador's ship broadcast an emergency signal. Council Prime, we have a Class 7 event. Humanity has achieved quantum consciousness. A new voice, ancient and terrified, responded. Impossible. The protocols prevent this. They never got the protocols, Zaraketh explained. They evolved past our safeguards. In space, enhanced humans now moved through Shepherd fleet formations like ghosts, their consciousness linked across galaxies, sharing knowledge, growing exponentially. Collector Prime, the Shepherd's ancient AI, finally spoke directly to Earth. Young species, you have triggered universal constants. Reality itself is responding to your evolution. Admiral Wright demanded answers. What does that mean? It means the universe is changing because of us, Amy Chen explained, her form now more energy than matter. We're not just evolving, we're rewriting the laws of physics. Kyle watched his enhanced team complete their transformation. They were becoming beings of pure consciousness and energy. Can you still choose? He asked. Can you still be human? Marcus's response came from everywhere at once. We'll always be human, Kyle. Just a different kind of human. The kind the universe needs. Suddenly, an alarm sounded unlike any before. Not from human technology or Shepherd systems. What is that? Admiral Wright asked. Dr. Torres checked his instruments. It's a universal distress signal. Something is wrong with reality itself. Amy's enhanced perception saw what others couldn't. Oh no. What? What do you see? The real threat. The reason the Shepherds controlled evolution. Something is coming. The battle froze. Shepherd and human ships alike detected massive ruptures in space-time. Collector Prime's voice carried new urgency. It's too late. The Devourers have awakened. Admiral Wright felt cold dread. Devourers? The beings that make the Shepherds look weak, Amy explained. The reason caps were created. They feed on evolutionary energy. And we just rang the dinner bell. Marcus's consciousness touched Kyle one last time. Kyle, remember this. We didn't just become weapons against the Shepherds. We became humanity's last hope against something much worse. Through every screen, every monitor, every communication device, a single message appeared. The true game begins now. Dr. Max Henderson watched reality tear apart. Holes in space appeared like wounds, bleeding darkness into the galaxy. The Devourers had arrived. How long? He asked his team aboard the emergency command station built from salvaged human and Shepherd technology. Hours, maybe less, Captain Laura Brooks replied. She existed now as both flesh and energy, one of the enhanced humans who chose to maintain some physical form. The Devourers are bigger than solar systems, and hungry. Colonel Dave Mitchell coordinated what remained of human and alien forces. All ships report Devourer entities approaching from multiple vectors. Our weapons are useless against them. Of course they are, a new voice said. The architect materialized in the room, a being of pure light that claimed to be humanity's original creator. Conventional weapons don't work on entropy itself. You designed us for this? Dr. Henderson asked. I designed you to choose, the architect replied. The shepherds made safety their priority. I chose potential. Laura floated closer. And the price of that potential? Everything, the architect said simply. Or nothing. Depends on what you decide to become. Outside the station, the battle had strange new allies. Shepherd and human ships fought side by side against the approaching devourers. Enhanced humans moved through space like living stars, trying to hold back the darkness. Ambassador Zara Keth contacted the station. We were wrong to fear your evolution. We should have feared what would happen without it. No time for apologies, Dave replied. What can we do? The Council has one last option, Zara Keth said, but it requires a choice only humanity can make. Max leaned forward. What choice? Complete the evolution. All of you. Every human consciousness must unite and transcend. Become what the devourers fear most. Laura understood immediately. Energy capable of creating instead of consuming. Consciousness that can rewrite reality actively, not just passively. The risk? Dave asked. You cease to be human as you know it, the architect answered. You become something entirely new, something that might save the universe, or might become another threat. Max looked at his team. Regular humans, enhanced, humans, even some shepherd representatives now working together. How do we decide this for our entire species? You don't, Laura said. Everyone chooses for themselves. The station shook as a devourer tendril approached. Reality warped around, stars blinking out of existence. We need volunteers, Dave announced across all channels. Enhanced humans begin the final transformation. Everyone else will find another way to help. Around Earth and throughout the refugee fleets, humans began making their choice. Some chose to remain as they were, hoping for another solution. Others stepped forward to transcend. Laura closed her eyes. Max, promise me something. If we succeed, remember who we were. You're not dying, Laura. No, but I'm not staying either. She smiled. Watch us save the universe. Laura and hundreds of enhanced humans across space began the final transformation. Their bodies dissolved completely into pure consciousness and energy. But instead of dispersing, they maintained their sense of self while joining something larger. The architect observed approvingly. Yes, they're becoming the solution. Max watched on the monitors as transcended humans engaged the devourers directly. Where darkness consumed, they created. Where entropy destroyed, they built. It's working, Dave reported. The devourer advance is slowing. But the cost became clear. With each victory, the transcended humans moved further from their original selves. They were saving the universe, but losing their humanity. Sarah, one of the first enhanced humans, spoke across all dimensions. Max, it's beautiful out here, terrifying but beautiful. We can see everything, understand everything. But we're also losing something. What? Max asked. The ability to experience it simply, as humans, as people who eat pizza and laugh at jokes and worry about tomorrow. Max made a decision. Then, don't lose it. Keep one foot in human experience, stay connected to who you were. The transcended humans heard him. Instead of completely ascending, they maintained links to their former selves. They fought the devourers while preserving their humanity at their core. The battle turned cosmic. Transcended humans and devourers fought across dimensions, reshaping reality itself. Stars were born and died in seconds. Galaxies realigned. Ambassador Zara Keth watched in amazement. We spent eons trying to prevent this. Now I see we were blind. Evolution isn't just about safety. It's about growth. And choice, the architect added. They chose to evolve and remain human. That's the real miracle. After what felt like eternities but was only hours, the last devourer retreated into the void between universes. Reality stabilized, though changed forever. Laura's consciousness touched Max one final time. We did it. But we can't come back. Max, not entirely. I know, he replied. What will you do now? Explore, create, guard reality from things worse than devourers, but we'll always remember Earth Pizza and the choice we made. In the aftermath, the galaxy reorganized. The Shepherd Council disbanded their control protocols. Species across the universe began evolving freely again, guided by wisdom rather than fear. Max stood on Earth's surface looking at stars that seemed brighter now. Some still held their transcended brothers and sisters, humans who had become something more yet remained something human. Commander Henderson, Dave approached. The United Species Council wants to know, what's humanity's official position on controlled evolution? Max smiled. Our position is simple. Every species must choose its own path. We'll share our experience, offer guidance, but never control. And the transcended humans? They're humanity's gift to the universe, and the universe's gift to itself. Above, a new star pulsed with familiar patterns. It was Laura and the others, reshaped but still recognizable. They had become shepherds of a different kind, ones who guided rather than controlled. The architects' final message echoed across all realities. This was always the plan, not to create one perfect species, but to create a species capable of perfection while choosing to remain imperfect. Humanity succeeded not by becoming something other than human, but by carrying their humanity into transcendence. Earth rebuilt. Other species evolved freely. And among the stars, transcended humans explored the infinite while keeping pizza nights on their calendar. The universe had its answer to the devourer threat, and humanity had its answer to the question of evolution. The choice, after all, was always the most human thing about them.